I was halfway through loading the dishwasher when I heard it. "Babe, just use Mom's card," my son, Luke, said from the living room. "There's like $130,000 on it. Treat yourself." He was laughing, the easy, confident laugh of a 17-year-old who thinks money just appears. I froze. $130,000? There was no way. My savings barely scraped $5,000. I hadn't had a balance like that since before Daniel, my husband, died. "Luke," I said, walking into the room. "What did you just say?" He looked up from his phone, smirking. "Relax, Mom. I was joking. It's fine." But his girlfriend, Mia, sitting cross-legged beside him, chimed in. "No, seriously, he showed me. You've got like 6 figures sitting in that card account. I told him you must have won the lottery or something." She giggled. My heart stopped. "Show me," I said. Luke frowned, confused. "Mom, what's the big deal?" "Show me," I repeated, sharper this time. He sighed, opened his banking app, and turned the screen toward me. There it was, my name, my card, my account number. Balance, $130,482.56. I couldn't breathe. It wasn't just the money, it was the date of the last deposit, 2 days ago. I hadn't deposited a dime. "Where did you see this?" I asked. He shrugged. "Your password's on the fridge, Mom. You always forget it." Of course it was. My own son had probably peeked at it a dozen times. I swallowed hard. "Luke, listen to me carefully. You can't touch that account. Don't move a cent." He rolled his eyes. "Mom, chill. It's your money." "No," I whispered, more to myself than to him. "I don't think it is." That night, after they went out, I sat on the couch with my laptop. I opened my bank app, checked the transaction history. The $130,000 had come in from a crypto exchange account. Sender, Pierce Digital Holdings. My last name. My husband's company. The one that supposedly died with him 3 years ago. My hands trembled as I clicked the details. It wasn't a direct deposit, it was a transfer routed through 3 intermediary wallets. Someone wanted it to be untraceable. I thought of Daniel again. His long nights. His consulting contracts. His encrypted drives I was never allowed to touch. Could he still be alive? No. I'd buried him. I'd seen the wreckage. But maybe, someone else had access to his old systems. The next morning, I drove Luke to school, pretending nothing was wrong. When I dropped him off, Mia leaned into the window. "Don't forget we're going shopping later," she said brightly. "You said your mom's card works for everything, right?" Luke laughed, but I felt my stomach twist. When they disappeared inside, I opened my phone and called the bank. The representative was polite, too polite. "Yes, Mrs. Pierce, that account is active." "No, there are no flags. The funds appear legitimate." "Where did they come from?" I asked. "From a verified business entity registered under your name." "My name?" "Yes, ma'am. Pierce Digital Solutions. Incorporated last month." My fingers went numb. I hadn't opened any business. "Can you send me the registration details?" "Of course. They'll be emailed shortly." When I hung up, I checked my inbox. The incorporation documents listed my signature. My address. My driver's license. Except I had never signed anything. That night, I went through Daniel's old office. His computer had been wiped after he died, but there were still boxes of papers. Receipts. Old drives. Photos. At the bottom of one box was a black USB. The same kind I'd found once before, years ago, after his death. I hesitated, then plugged it in. The drive contained encrypted folders, but one file was open. Luke_trust_fund_plan.pdf. My pulse spiked. The document detailed something horrifying, a money laundering pipeline, disguised as digital marketing revenue. It used family members' identities to route funds through fake accounts, each one linked to crypto wallets, disguised as legitimate consulting invoices. And the beneficiary? Luke Pierce. I sat back, dizzy. My husband had built a shell company, using me and our son as fronts. Then the screen flickered. A chat window appeared. Someone, or something, was connected to the drive remotely. Unknown, you shouldn't have opened that, Anna. My heart pounded. Me, who is this? Unknown, it's Daniel. Please. Stop digging. The cursor blinked. For a second, I couldn't move. Couldn't think. Then more text appeared. I did it for Luke. They were watching. If they know you've seen this, they'll come for you too. Move the money before they freeze it. Trust no one. My breath caught. I typed, if you're really Daniel, prove it. A pause. Then. Check the attic box. The one labeled Ethan. Ethan. Our stillborn son. The one only Daniel and I had named privately. No one else knew. I dropped the laptop. The next morning, the money was gone. The entire $130,000, transferred out overnight. No record. No notification. When I called the bank, they said the withdrawal had been authorized from my phone. Except my phone had been beside my bed all night. Luke came downstairs as I hung up, pale and quiet. Mom, he said. Did you move the money? No. Why? He hesitated. Because someone texted me last night. From Dad's old number. My world stopped. What did it say? He swallowed. It said, I need you to finish what I started. That evening, I went to the attic. There was, indeed, a box labeled Ethan. Inside were baby clothes, a hospital bracelet, and an old flip phone wrapped in cloth. When I turned it on, it displayed one unread message. From, DP. The trust isn't money. It's evidence. Keep Luke safe. Attached was a link. A single document downloaded before the phone died. It was a list of names, executives, companies, offshore accounts, all tied to the same operation, Pierce Digital Holdings. Daniel hadn't left us money. He'd left us proof. Now I sit at the kitchen table, watching Luke scroll through his phone, oblivious. He still thinks that $130,000 was ours, a forgotten inheritance, a miracle. But I know better. It was bait. And whoever's still out there, running the operation Daniel tried to expose, they're watching. Because every night, at exactly 12:03 a.m., my phone buzzes with the same notification. Pierce Digital Solutions, account reactivated. And a message underneath. For Luke.